You're listening to the Comic Crusaders podcast. I am your host, Al Mega, CEO of Comic Crusaders and Undercover Capes. In this show, I'm sitting down with creators from all walks of life to talk about inspiration, process, the lessons they've learned, and a whole lot more. Wepa, what up, mi gente? It's your boy Al Mega. Welcome to a brand new Comic Crusaders podcast. And today, folks, we got two awesome independent creators that are smashing it on their current Kickstarter called Erotech. Well, depends. I mean, we leave it up to you. And we're going to talk to the guys. What is the correct pronunciation, if you will? But this book is fire, folks. It's going to blow your mind. By the second or third page, you guys are going to be grabbing your junk like, oh, my God. What is going on here? But it's future based. It's crazy things that are going on now too, which is funny. So it has a kind of a true to life narrative. But I need to know the situation because I know the writing is awesome, the art is beautiful. So let me introduce. First up, he's an architect, he's a developer, he's an editor, he's a director, he's a writer. My God, and he's also a publisher. SHP Comics, the one, the only. Sean Hainsworth, kiddo, how you doing?
I'm doing good. So excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
No, thank you, man. You killed it on this book, man. Let me tell you, along with your partner. Let me introduce the next person because he's an artist. He's a designer. He's a raconteur. The one, the only, the very talented Jeffrey Krofcheck. Please tell me I got it right.
Yeah. No, it's great. Pronunciation and everything.
Woo! There we go. SHP is in the building, folks. SHP Comics. So, talk about the creation of SHP and the bromance.
So
you guys connected.
I started writing. I've always had ideas going, and always, kind of imagined I'm going to be a writer at some point. But I was making a living in the computer industry. And I did, a lot of programming. I got into artificial intelligence, which just fascinated me. Like the way this stuff actually works is really amazing.
I can see the influences now in the book. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So I started writing, and I wrote some screenplays initially. And, I went to the Austin Film Festival last year with one, and I was looking around and just like, you know what? I do not like the film industry, because I live in rural Massachusetts, and, it's just kind of a crazy industry, particularly one where they chew up and discard writers pretty quickly, right? It's like, your screenplay is, new for, 6 months, and then it's not new. And to find someone who's going to produce it, and then if they do want to produce it, they basically take it from you. You have no rights. Yes. You have no intellectual property. They can do whatever they want with it. Enter comics. I was like, wait a minute, duh. Like, why don't I just do this myself and have all the satisfaction of making it the way I want to make it? Like, pair up with an artist where it's a positive, collaborative, experience, and really satisfying creatively. Like that, what's better than that? So I just stopped on the spot, on the fly. Like at one moment in the Austin Film Festival, I was like, I'm done with this. I'm going to go home and start a comic book company.
So you said, keep the film. I'm out of here.
And yeah, I'll tell you, that resonated in Hollywood. They were really concerned that I left their industry. Yeah. No.
It was like we're not going to get movies from SHP Productions.
I was like a fly hitting the windshield of it. But anyway, no, I came home, started the comic book company, and so I got 3 comic books in production. I've got a sci-fi, kind of an epic sci-fi, a little bit of Star Wars influence. I've got a comedy of horrors called Woodstake, about a vampire at Woodstock. That's the screenplay I took to Austin.
Okay, that motherfucker is going to eat all day, apparently.
Yeah, exactly. No lack of people.
Yo, now you got my mind blown. I would love to see that because, everybody was on some type of drug. So if he drinks somebody's blood, does he get high too?
That's the tagline. Who doesn't want to see a vampire trip on LSD, right? So.
I don't. It might go crazy, son. Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, that's where the comedy comes in. The hippies and the vampire. It leads to some pretty good comedy. So, but Erotech, so I worked in artificial intelligence for a long time, and I worked a lot in the tech industry, just on software teams. And so I was thinking, what if you actually did try to make a sex robot? Like, it's one thing to imagine there's this perfect entity in front of you. But if you've ever been in design meetings and you've seen what goes wrong with any kind of software process, that's where the humor started to come up. It's like, how would you actually debug a sex robot, right? You could do it virtually, but at some point you're going to have to turn it on and let someone try it out. And, and just the complexity of the problem, right? Because if it's a sex doll, it just sits there, right? But this is supposed to be interactive. It's supposed to communicate. It's supposed to,
scary.
It's scary. And we're entering this world where we talk to our phones. We talk, we're getting so used to interacting with technology. So it just seemed like,
hey, Alexa, hey, Google.
Exactly. It just seemed like a great topic to dive into, and funny, right? I mean, like,
like I said, you had me again. I'm going to show the trailer as soon as you finish.
Yeah.
I was terrorized when something of a malfunction kind of happens, and I was like, "Oh my God, hurry up! Where is this going?" And and again, I'm grabbing myself in areas I shouldn't be grabbing myself because I'm like, "Oh my God, I can't breathe." So thank you, because you made that thing feel real in that moment I was reading.
Thank Jeff, because honestly, like. It's one thing to put it on paper. It's another thing to see it come to life. So I mean, I think it's a really good marriage in that regard. But I'm under no illusions that it's not the artist that is the primary creator in a way, because as good as the story, dialogue, characters may be, it's got to come to life, right?
Yeah.
So and it's been awesome to see that happen.
And it's been done. And it was done tastefully too. Is what I want to say.
Well, that's
even though, I'm saying the things that I'm saying, but let me tell you, it leaves everything up to the imagination.
Yeah, we are not going for pornography. We are going for story, comedy, and story and comedy, right? So you get past those first 5 pages or whatever it is, and then you're into an office comedy. You could be in Silicon Valley or whatever, and you're getting to know the characters, and you're and their quirks, and a lot of the humor comes from areas that are not even remotely sexual. And, we really want to develop this as like, a full-blown office comedy that is funny in its own right. They just happen to make sex robots.
You had the IT department down pat. Let me tell you, because I work in technology for my day job too. And it's been something I've been doing for the past 20 years myself. So you captured the spirit of an IT team. Let me tell you. I mean, you're a developer yourself, but you captured it because, I'm an outside viewer, of these teams when they're telling me all these things. And you're talking about the methodology. I was dealing with a service call like that today. Okay. Enough said. So, what was the bromance? How did you even get this out there? First of all, I mean, how did you want to find someone? How did you learn to navigate that landscape of finding an artist? And how did you find Mr. GK right here?
Yeah. So, boy, I got lucky, I'll tell you, because I would love to tell you that I had a plan and I knew the industry and I made a list and carefully, I wrote this thing as a novel. Once I started as the beginning of a novel, like 150 pages. Once I had kind of gotten The Killing Machine and Woodstake going, I thought erotic has got to go. Like, it's just a perfect comic book. So I think we met on, was it Global Comics?
Global Comics, yeah.
Global Comics. I know. Yeah. Shout out to the heads over there. They're making great moves and waves of the industry. Let me tell you.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a great way. Global Comics is a great way to just see a lot of comics, see a lot of different comic book artists and stuff.
Especially indie comics.
Yeah. And I saw Jeff, and I saw his work, and I just kind of crossed my fingers and fired one of those emails into the void, or those messages into the void. So message in a bottle, but I could never have imagined how well it worked out. What's going to work out.
And I should say too, just real quick, I mean, it was a similar thing for me. Like, I wasn't like, they had just launched this job posting board, and I kind of made a posting just kind of on a whim.
That's how early you on with Global Comics. Then when they opened that up, you were like there just perusing and said, "Let me just."
Exactly. And so I made a post and it was like, hey, I'm open for covers, interiors, whatever, and honestly, because it was so new, I just kind of figured, there's nobody, I'm never going to hear anything, and I think Sean was maybe like the maybe the second I got one spam response, or it was like, hey, I want to do this like 500-page graphic novel and pay you $20 a page or whatever. But then Sean contacted me, and yeah, it was like, I mean, we had a meeting, and it was like, I think we clicked pretty much immediately. He sent over the story, and I loved the story, and it was like, hey, this is great, let's do it.
And I gave him $25 a page.
Hey, $5 more, bro. Come on.
Premium.
I'm paying top dollar.
That's amazing. So, folks, before we continue talking with this amazing team about this awesome book that you're probably wondering, what are they talking about? Let me show you this awesome trailer about the book. Check it out, folks.
I have been designed to give you pleasure.
That's the best porn music ever.
I have been designed to give you pleasure.
Yo, that music, yo, Jesus Christ, you got the boing, 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 but all different. Epa, what?
Totally.
I'm glad you appreciate that. Not that I've ever watched porn myself, but it seems like
I love it. See, folks, what the fuck up? Did you see that art too? Those colors, that line work, the lettering, everything. Holy smokes, yo! Please, again, but this is such a fun book. It is humorous. You guys have definitely done something that's going to be totally entertaining, out of this world taking, which is what we need in this day and age.
One thing I can say is that we're both learning so much from this first Kickstarter. And I guarantee you all the lessons we learned, we're going to put to work on issue 2. And I guarantee you issue 2 is going to be even better than this one. So make sure you get in now. Make sure you get in now on issue 1 so you can be primed for issue 2.
Thank you. As a fan, as a reader of comic books all my life, just thank you guys for being so bold and brave and forward to just share your stories with us. As fans,
thank you for having us.
And taking us away from the world for a little bit and putting a smile on our face or having to grab our junk for a moment. Oh my God, keeping me breathless, folks. I'm telling you, wait till you read that scene. Trust me, women will be like, what is he talking about? But dudes will be holding their breath during those scenes. Like, oh shit, what am I reading here? Thank you, Jeff, for making it so vivid without being at all fresh about it. Because again, you get the idea. And that's the most important part. And you get the sound effects, which were hysterical. I was like, oh my God, please stop. I'm in pain. Even now, I think about it. I have a vivid imagination, folks. I feel what I think about. Okay, so there we go. But I need you guys to do this. And for real, this is what I want you to do. I want you to visit this amazing website, SHP Comics. Check out everything that this amazing publisher is doing. And then what's even more awesome, you can follow them everywhere on social, whether it's your Twitter, your Instas, your Facebook, your YouTube, SHP or H, like you folks in the UK say, P Comics. All right. Check out Big Jeff right here. It's _Jeffrey with a G, folks. All right. Not like Jeffrey, like Jeffrey from Bel Air, like that here with the G. _K.
Yeah. Or Jeffrey the Giraffe too, for the people that remember Toys R Us.
Oh man, are you trying to make me feel old, bro? And there we go, JeffreyK.com. All right, so check it out so you can see amazing artwork as well from this uber talented mind. And check out SHP for everything. Sean, again, thank you for doing what you do as a publisher, as a writer. Jeff, for what you do as an artist and all. I'm happy you guys met because you guys have definitely created magic when it comes to this book. I see nothing but good things for this. Thank you for hanging out with Sean, with Big Jeffrey K right here. Hasta la próxima, mi gente. Much love. Wepa! Thank you for listening to the Comic Crusaders podcast. If you like the content, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Also, please visit ComicCrusaders.com and our extended podcast family over at UndercoverCapes.com. And also, make sure to download the Comic Crusaders app on the Google Play Store today.